Welcome back, guys. In today's video, I want us to talk about this guy you are seeing on the screen that called himself Oge Nkere. All right, the fake and double-faced financial minister that was among the BRGIE cabinet that is already dissolved. So most of you have heard this news that is using two names and all that. So today I want us to debunk the whole matter. Let's analyze the whole thing. Let's know the problem. Let's know how it came about. So it's important that you sit tight and pay attention to not allow anything to distract you, because you're going to learn a lot from this video. Just like as you're already aware, it has a double name, which one of the name is fake and the other name is real. All right, one of the name is Oge Nkere, Ogechukwu Nkere. That is what everyone know within the BRGIE cabinet and the Biafra agitators and all that. Then another name which he did not reveal, all right, to the BRGIE cabinet and to Biafra people, is that his name is Isaiah Harrison Anyogo. So you see these two names, he have been parading with a fake name called Oge Nkere. So when he came into the Biafra struggle and all that, there is something he had in mind, and because he had a grand plan and the rest, he changed his name. He did not give BRGIE the real name because there was an agenda which we're going to reveal to you in this particular video. So he changed his name and he presented himself as Ogechukwu Nkere, and everybody accepted him. Everybody believed that it's true and it's genuine. And based on his zest and zeal, he became the financial minister. He could not become any other thing. When you are interested about a particular thing, there are leaders that will give you benefit of doubt and will put you there. When you see in a house that one particular child, when you get for house, the thief, the highest thing they can do, when you keep fish in the cupboard, lock the cupboard and give that your child the key. Please, though, there is a fish, 3 fish in this cupboard, though. Make sure the fish is okay. Keep it, I trust you. So that was the system that was being used, and he presented his name as Ogechukwu Nkere. Before we continue, I want you to watch this short documentary.
Moran Global Strategies, a big-time U.S. lobbying firm, and Armand Dabiri and Associates, a law firm, are working with a guy who's got 2 different identities. One day he's Ogechukwu Nkere, the next day he's Isaiah Harrison Anyogo. And guess what? They're pushing to get the U.S. to recognize the United States of Biafra, a country that just declared independence. Now, if that doesn't sound like trouble, I don't know what does. Right now and right here, let's give you the inside details. First, let's get one thing straight. In America, using a fake identity on legal documents is a big no-no. You could be charged with perjury if you lie on sworn documents, or falsification of records if you put fake info on official forms. And this isn't some little slap on the wrist. This is serious. Let's take a real-world example. Remember the case of Anna Sorokin, the so-called fake heiress? She used a fake identity to scam banks and socialites, and it landed her in prison for years. The law doesn't mess around when it comes to stuff like this. Now, back to our guy, Oge Nkere, or should we call him Isaiah Harrison Anyogo. Here's the million-dollar question. What name did he use on the official documents submitted to the U.S. Department of Justice? Because if he used a fake name, it's not just him in trouble. The firms working with him, like Moran Global Strategies and Armand Dabiri, could be in deep water too. They say, when you dance with the devil, you're bound to get burned. Elias Garasulis, the head honcho at Moran Global Strategies, and Mr. Armand Dabiri, the lawyer in the spotlight, are both in a sticky situation. Collaborating with someone using a fake identity? That's like building a house of cards in a windstorm. And here's a real-life example to drive it home. In 2017, a Russian lobbyist was caught using fake documents to influence U.S. policies. Fallout, massive fines, international embarrassment, and legal nightmares. It's no different here. If these firms knowingly went along with the lies, they could be looking at similar consequences. Here's why this matters. When you're playing the high-stakes game of international lobbying, trust and credibility are everything. Falsifying identities isn't just breaking the law, it's shaking the very foundation of the system. And as they say, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. If that link is fake, the whole chain falls apart. So what happens next? The U.S. Department of Justice is probably combing through every signature, every form, and every name tied to this case. If it turns out fake identities were used, the fallout could be massive. We're talking subpoenas, court hearings, and potential jail time for everyone involved.
All right, welcome back. I believe you have actually watched that documentary. So right now, we're going to look at this in a different and a deeper dimension. We're going to look at the consequences of fake identity. the consequences, because the guy is in US, the consequences of fake identity. We're going to look at the damages it will cause to the Biafra agitation. We're going to look at so many things. So what are the consequences when somebody is using fake identity or double identity duplicate? What are the consequences by international law? Fake identity is a federal crime punishable by law. It is a criminal offense and it has a fine. There is a fine the person can pay, or you'll be in prison up to 15 years. So this is one of the damages, the causes, the consequences that can happen to anyone with a fake identity. And I want you to understand that this guy is working very closely to this lobbyist, all right, that posted something on Twitter, and Dr. Ngozi Oraveze was not happy with it, and he addressed him. I've posted the video here. If you have not watched it, just search through the channel, you will see. So someone with a fake identity is a federal crime according to the law of the United States of America. According to international law, is a federal crime, and that crime is punishable by fine, or the person will go to jail for 15 years. Number two, it can also lead to deportation if you are a non-citizen. If you are not a citizen, it can lead to deportation. Number three, it can lead to denial of citizenship. For example, you are not a citizen and you are there, you are doing well for yourself, and you try to apply to be a citizen. Because of this double identity, you can be denied of citizenship, and you can also be denied visa. In case you want to travel to anywhere, you can be denied visa because of this fake and double identity. The fourth thing I want to show you that the consequences and the damages of fake identity is that you can lose your license, loss of license. Maybe you are working with a firm, you have a company, you're working with a firm, and because the original name that signed that thing is on fake identity, is on duplicate identity, you can lose your license because of that. And this is where Biafra issue comes in, and the law firm that the BRGIE is using as lobbyist also comes in, because this person is the one that signed in the paper, is the one working with the American lobbyists, is the one that BRGIE is using. So when it comes to going to office to submit things on behalf of Biafrans and the government of Biafra, this guy, financial minister, called himself Oge Nkere, which is actually the original name is Isaiah Harrison, Anyogo, is not using that name, and Harrison Anyogo is the name he's using in his own passport that is using in the US. But his ID card on the BRGIE is carrying the name Oge Nkere. And this is the name he used to work with the American lobbyists that we are using. So when it comes to law firm, so this fake identity can actually affect him and affect the lobbyists. And I begin to see why the lobbyists posted what he posted, on X, that makes Dr. Ngozi Oraveze not to be happy, because the dots seems to be connecting. Are you following what I'm saying now? The dots seems to be connecting. And if at all that this lobbyist doesn't know the real thing that this guy is doing, if he's not careful, this guy will drag him into something. Now, so when this guy uses a fake name to represent Biafra in the US, by the time the real thing comes in, he can deny that he did not do anything. And all the effort, all the lobbyists, all the money that have been paid will become in vain. This is one of the danger that this guy can cause to the Biafran agitation. Nobody is talking about this fake identity. All those is groups, Sunni media and the rest. Nobody is talking about this identity. I think Sunni should come out as a media personnel to debunk to us what happened, why the fake identity, why the double identity, why. He should come and debunk onto us. So now, how was this guy discovered? How was he discovered? A lot of a sudden, Oge Nkere will now discover that his real name is Isaiah Harrison Anyogo. So there are some certain things that happened. There were some transactions that happened. And this transaction happened, through a particular donation platform. And this donation platform was linked to his own personal account. You can see this on the screen that I'm displaying right there. This donation platform, I couldn't get the name actually. All right, these are the information that I actually got. But this particular donation platform, you see beneficiary. That the beneficiary there, it is not a government. It was going to his personal account. It was not a group account. It was not, people getting the account. It was his personal account. And this donation platform is also linked, all right, to the platform where Biafrans are using to donate. So anytime you click that website to donate, for example, like IPOB USA. I'm very sure that was the site because he's the financial minister and that is the only account we were using to donate. So when you click that IPOB website, ipobusa.org website, when you click on it, it will redirect you. When it redirects you, some of you will not pay attention, except you're an internet savvy and you are already suspecting something. If you are not suspicious, you will not pay attention. It will redirect you to his own particular personal website that he also designed to be like the same thing. And in that place, when you make donation, the beneficiary in that place will be only him, his personal account. That is where your money will enter. Calm down, we are going somewhere. So all of a sudden, there was a particular guy that want to donate, a Biafran that want to donate. When he clicked on that thing, he discovered that this thing is redirected because the person understands, stuff like that, internet like that. And he became curious, why is this site redirecting me to another site? Why is this site redirecting me to another site? And when that new site opened, you now begin to search. There is a way you can search on a website and you will discover the owner of the website. These guys, not everyone that knows that. So the guy started making research and discovered, and as he was making the research, he was analyzing the whole thing. He now discovered that the beneficiary from that donation, the name that is there is Isaiah Harrison Anyogo. And the profile picture that they put in that particular beneficiary was the picture and the face of the financial minister of BRGIE, which is Oge Nkere. And there the whole thing burst. And they screenshotted that place and the whole story started coming out. So why will he use his original name in a bank account that is beneficial to him alone, that has linked, diverting a public fund, public donation to his own personal account, private account, and the name is using, is another name. So the only thing that made us to know now that it is him is the profile picture. Had it been that profile picture there, is not his picture, nobody would have paid more attention. Nobody would have paid more attention. And I tell you, since this whole matter came up to this moment, the so-called Oge Nkere have not come out to debunk this thing, to clear his name, because I don't think there is anything to deny. I don't think that there is anything to clear. He has not come out to say anything. Sonny have not come out to say anything. So they just forget about the matter and they just quiet and they just attacking Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. No matter the evil you do as a person, one day your leg will come outside. It's just the truth. The God of Biafra knows how to destroy and expose his enemies. And even as we speak up to now, we got to discover that there are over more than $4 million is missing. They have diverted it to a different account, a different wallet entirely. Today, Biafrans are still asking, because there are Biafrans that used to donate cryptocurrency. All the crypto donation that is left in that account is no longer there. They have moved it to another wallet. They are yet to tell us what really happened and where the money entered. I believe that's the question you should begin to ask Sonny and the rest of them anytime you see them in their platform. Ask them to expose, tell them to debunk what happened to this money. Now, the question that I want to ask, which we still answer here, is what would make an agitator to have a double name? What would make a Biafran agitator, an agitator, to decide to have two different names? There are some certain reasons that could lead that person to have a double identity, which I'm going to expose here. Number one is fear of arrest. An agitator that has a fake name, a double identity, number one reason why any agitator can do that is because of fear of arrest. In case of anything happen, when they ask him, he can easily deny because that name is different from his original name. So he's using a name that is not his original name. So he can actually deny that it is not him. So that is one of the person. And a person that is ready to deny that is not him in case of anything happen, this is the same person that they want to put to be, a deputy prime minister that will lead in case prime minister is not around. Somebody that is not carrying it on the head, somebody that is hiding, using a name that is not his name, a fake person. That is what I'm trying to present to Biafran that is genuine. So he's afraid, he's fearful, he doesn't want to take risks, he doesn't want to go to prison, he doesn't want to attend to police or anything in case of anything happen. So he has mind to run away and turn his back in case when the battle gets tough. The second reason why he can do that or why he did it is because of embezzlement. He can embezzle funds without leaving a trace. And that was what he was doing actually. And that was how he was discovered. You can use fake identity, double identity, because you want to embezzle funds. People are donating, and when they trace it, they will not trace it to the name that people know. But he made mistake by putting his profile picture there. Had he really used another person's picture, they wouldn't have discovered easily. He made mistake by putting his picture there, and that was how he was caught. The third reason why somebody of that caliber in the Biafran government cabinet can, fake his name may be because he can be a spy. He can be a spy working for the enemy. So you need to be very close to the highest authority so that anything happening, the inner caucus, the meeting, he will be aware so that he can give information to people that need to sabotage, to people that need to fight. All right. So a spy can use a fake name. So these are the three things that can make an agitator to fake his name. Either to easily run, to easily deny, or to embezzle funds without a trace, or the person is a spy. So these three things, you can categorize it and look at it very well and look where match him. And you discover that even these three things, his hand is almost in all of them. Now, this comes my question to you that is watching me right now. This whole thing that this guy has done now, they have submitted a lot of documents about Biafra in the US. All right, the lobbyist is doing a lot of things. And the person that is representing, there is an eye, of the BRGIE to that place is this guy, Nkere. So what damage has this caused? What do you think that this thing can cause to the Biafra agitation? What kind of damage can this cause? I want us to discuss this right here in the comment section. How can it impact the struggle negatively or even positively if possible? How can this impact the struggle? What kind of impact can this thing make in this struggle from henceforth? And the second thing I want to ask, what if this guy was not discovered? What if this guy was not discovered? Just like the same way that during IPOB Nnamdi Kanu's time, that many people were not discovered. What if this guy was not discovered? And the third question I want to ask you that is watching me, how many of these guys, how many of this type of person are still there within this cabinet? Because I don't think he's only one. I don't think he's only him. Anybody that moves also have somebody there. How many of these type of people do we still have in this cabinet? Do we still have within the Biafran government? How many of this type of people do we still have there? Even among the new cabinet members, those that we appear to be real, how many people do we still have there? Some of them that will have a fake identity. And how do you think that this thing can be solved before putting somebody in a seat, somebody occupying position? How can you truly identify them? Their identity is genuine. I think they should be submitting their visas. They should be submitting their international passports. All right. With that, I believe that their things will be true to themselves. All right. This is what I have to explain to us for now. Please drop your thoughts right there in the comment section. This is the discussion platform. Let's talk about it. It is about your land. It is about your people. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe to this channel. Share this video to all platforms as we are educating and enlightening a lot of people. Share this video and let everyone out there be aware. Bye for now. See you in my next video.
If you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe to this channel for more expository videos like this.